Yo, T, what's up, man? It's Demetrius. So here's this quick video I told you I put together for you. Because I mean, really, anybody could build your website, right? But if they don't include the key performance indicators and things like that that can really help you get seen, then it's really you got a billboard on a dead end street, right? So I typed in junk removal Stockton, and you'll see here there's three businesses that show up here. This is called the Map Pack, right? And this is some prime real estate because usually about 8 out of 10 people that are searching for any particular service, right, not just junk removal, stop here. So if your business is showing up in this space, man, there's a pretty good chance that you're going to get that phone call or that click on your website, or they're going to fill out the contact form on your website, right? And so there's really some things that go into being able to show up in the map pack. First, you obviously got to have your Google listing, which now they call it Google Business Profile, right? And you want to fully optimize that. And what I mean by that is you want to, give your full business description. You can have up to 750 characters, right? And you want to integrate some of the keywords that you want to rank for, like junk removal Stockton. You also want to include your business name, address, phone number, and then once it's up, website, right? And then reviews, and reviews are important, but they're not the only factor to getting in this space, right? You see all these guys here, the 49, Big Blue is 66, Servant King 36, right? And so that's the social proof, right? People see that that you provide a good service and whatnot. But then you also need citations, and so citations are anywhere that your name, address, and phone number show up on the web, right? Think of directory listings like Yelp, Dex, the Yellow Pages, even Facebook business profile, right? Will give you a citation. So the more of those you can have, the better. The next thing I want to talk about is the organic listings, right? So you look here, we see Junk King, Yelp, right? And then Great White Junk Removal. And I skipped down here because, Yelp, we obviously know that that's not an actual junk removal business, right? It's a directory. And then Junk King, these guys are like a franchise, right? And so Google really would rather rank a local business, but part of ranking a website is authority, right, and content. And so these guys are the main local players in Stockton, right? So success leaves clues, and so let's take a peek at what these guys are doing, so that we can see what kind of needs to be done, to start getting into this space and start competing. So this is a little tool I use called Ahrefs, and this page here gives me a snapshot of the keywords that a particular website's ranking for. And so you'll see here they're ranking for junk removal Stockton, and it gets monthly average 600 hits a month of traffic. That's people searching for junk removal Stockton, right? Average about 600 a month. These guys in position 2, 3, right, are getting a little over 100 hits of traffic a month to their site. And you'll notice here that the keywords listed again because it's pointing to a different spot on their site. But what you can start doing, you start looking at the total volume of search for these different keywords, right? Junk removal Stockton CA gets 150. You start adding all those up, right? And if you're in the top 3, you get roughly 30% of that traffic. And so what happens is, if your site's ranking, you can start predicting what your what your potential sales could be, right? And because you're going to have traffic coming in, people are going to be calling, they're going to be clicking on your website, and so you can start predicting what that's going to do for your business. Now let's take a look at this guy's site, right? And see, these guys, they're even they're in a couple different locations, and so they have that listed, right? try different tracking numbers for each, and the call to actions right at the top of the page. Right, most people are searching for mobile, and so they want to be able to just click and call you right then. Right, if they have to search and try and find how to get a hold of you, they're going to leave and go to your competition. And so again, like I said, part of ranking on Google is authority, and what that is content, right? And so, you want to have at least 750 to 1,000 words of content on your site. Look at these guys, they're decent amount of content, and this actually is not that much. And so really you want to do more than the competition. These guys got a little video here, some YouTube videos, looks like, which Google owns YouTube. See, they had some Yelp reviews. But then they also have a lot of pages, right? You look at what they do, residential, commercial, and I would even go as far as to say, listing out services, right? So it's not just residential junk removal, but appliance removal, furniture removal, yard debris, hot tub. If you do hot tub removal, right? All those different things, make each of those its own service page. And if you do serve locations outside of Stockton, can add that too, kind of just like how these guys listed here, right? But would make them a page. Because again, like I said, the more content, the more you're looked at as the authority in your space. Then this here is talks about backlinks, right? It goes over backlinks, and so really what backlinks are they're like votes to your site, and the more votes you have, the more strength it gives your site. But not all votes are created equal, right? And so the best way to explain backlinks are the more relevant they are, the more votes that pass through back to your site. And so these guys here, they have 71 backlinks, and out of that 71, only 12 backlinks are actually sending votes back to their site, and that's what gives them this score here, right? The 13 UR and 0 DR, which tells me that their site really isn't all that strong. And so to kind of go back, right, if their site isn't that strong and they're showing up, number 3 spot here, number 2, number 3, you could relatively start beating these guys without a whole lot of effort, and so again, really the key takeaways here, right, are get your Google business page up, right, and citations, name, address, and phone number, and then as far as the website, right, we want authoritative content, original content on the site, using the keywords that we want to rank for, right? These keywords, want to integrate that into the website. And then backlinks, right? Votes to the site. And just kind of give you a snapshot of what I'm talking about and what it can do, right? So I own a junk removal business here in Bend. I live in Oregon, right? And this was year to date last year, and our population is not that large, right? Maybe flirting around 100,000. And these are calls we did last year, and then we probably got about 100 or so contact forms, right? People submitting their information through our website, and we did just shy of about 250,000 last year, and so there's some real value in showing up in the top spots, man, and showing up in the map pack, showing up in the top 3 organically. And so again, like I said, I do this myself, not just slinging websites. So I'd love to help you out, man. Give me a shout. We can talk about next steps. My number is 541-408-2206. Thanks.